Hello, this is DIY Reptiles. So today I'm going to give you the 3-month update of my Russian tortoise Beatrice. I'm going to send you back a little bit to right after I added her into this enclosure, and then eventually I'll get up to now and talk about how she's doing. Okay, so 2 things to take from this. She really did not like Charlie's enclosure, and she really likes this enclosure. Because she did not eat. I never saw her eat in Charlie's enclosure, and I'm not sure that she did. So that's why I was trying to build this one so quickly, because she just wasn't doing well in Charlie's enclosure, and she never ate in front of me or even moved in the enclosure that, she moved around, but just not in front of me in her last enclosure before Charlie's either. And now she's just sitting here eating, doesn't even mind me. And I also added some Missouri tortoise diet in there for her as well, and she seemed to be interested in it, so hopefully she eats that too, but she just downed a piece of lettuce right there. And there's some collards and some bell peppers. She doesn't seem as interested in the bell pepper, which I find pretty interesting because it's more colorful, but we'll see. It's very good that she's eating this like a champ now. It's very cool to see. I'm not entirely sure exactly how she managed this, but it's hard to see through this stupid wire, but I say that because there's 2 different, that's a story. Anyway, she managed to get like a ton of her food and dirt and just like everything into the bowl without piling up any dirt around the bowl. It's like she drags it here and like drops it in. This is Beatrice. And she's eating some veggies right now, but I'm gonna have to get her new water because she destroyed her water. But there she is. She's doing really well in here, eating really well, moving around, basking all the time under the UVB and the heat, so she's doing great. She seems to really enjoy it. She'll literally go in her hide like every night and then come out here every day. It's really awesome. So I gotta get her new water. But I think I've disturbed her, or she's just gonna keep munching down or whatnot on the, collard greens and romaine lettuce. Okay, so it's now June 3rd, and I got Beatrice on March 1st, so it's been right around 3 months, and after I got her, she came with a tortoise table, and I kept her on that, and that was smaller than this one, and she didn't seem to like it very much. I don't think she felt like she could hide enough, and had this substrate. I removed the substrate she had, which was like orchid bark and some potting soil, which is fine, I think. And then I replaced it with this, which is also bark. It's pretty rough substrate and it's very dry. And I had her in that, and she didn't seem to eat a ton in that, and she actually lost weight from the day that I got her to the next time I weighed her, and then the next month she had sustained that smaller weight, and she again wasn't eating very much. And then at some point I added her into Charlie, my green iguana's enclosure, when I did my new green iguana enclosure, and she did not do well in there at all. She didn't like eat at all. She was active, but she just wasn't eating at all, and that obviously wasn't good. So I started to make this. I did a video about this. I made this out of materials in my garage. It's quite a large thing. Her first enclosure was about the square footage of a 40-gallon breeder, and this is bigger than that. I think it's probably around 3 feet by like 20 inches if I had to guess off the top of my head, something like that, or it's bigger, I don't know. But she does very well in here, as you've seen. She is eating very well. As you can see, there's like no food here, She's eating the greens and the vegetables as well. She seems to get into her water dish. She's digging around. She'll go into her hide. She'll bask, like all different types of things. Very active now, and she seems to be doing very well, which is awesome. And the enclosure is currently in a different spot, if you may notice. It was downstairs, but I moved it upstairs because we installed the air conditioner like right above her enclosure because it's getting hot. It's the summer now, so the air conditioner needs to be on. And I didn't want her to like get super cold, so I moved her up here, and she's doing just as well up here. She doesn't seem to have changed at all. So 3 months of keeping this tortoise. Very, very cool. I quite like her. She's very interesting. She's adorable, but also it's very cool that she's eating and doing well. The one thing there's something wrong with her back right leg. It's like shedding or something. I'm wondering if it almost like something happened to it while I was in the iguana's cage. Like it got too humid or something. Her shell's fine, but her leg, like the skin around it's kind of strange. But she gets around just fine. And also that leg doesn't have any toes. Like it's messed up in some way. It was messed up when I got her, and it still is. I don't know what the problem is there, but she moves around just fine. She seems to be fine, so I'm not super worried about it. But I'm excited to see what her weight will be. I'll weigh her on the 7th of this month, and I think it'll be kind of fun because I'm pretty sure that she will have gained weight because she's been eating a lot of veggies and greens, so that's very good. She also has this UV and a heat light. So that's Beatrice. I hope that you guys enjoyed the update on her. Sorry I had to do it through this screen. It's just easiest for if I lifted this up, then I'd have to find a place for the lights. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like down below. If you have any comments or concerns, in the comments below. And if you want more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day.